It's me again, Deborah Colleen Rose, and today we're going to talk about the law of correspondence out of the book, The Fundamental Laws of the Universe. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. So we're helping everybody with that. The law of correspondence tells us that our outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. As within, so without. This is an extraordinary principle showing that our current reality is a mirror of what's going on inside us. The law of correspondence states that the principles or formula of physics that rationalize the physical world, we're talking about energy, light, vibration, emotion, there's parallel rules in the universe for these. This is a direct link between inner feelings and thoughts and outward actions and physical senses experienced. Indeed, every aspect of life, such as your relationships, health, and wealth, are a physical manifestation of your inner world. The environment in which we live mirrors exactly our internal atmosphere. Our friends, job, circumstances, they're all a reflection of your soul, spirit, and essence, which is what we are on the inside. For me, this really put a different perspective on the cliche, leading with your gut. And Michael, who likes to comment on these things as well, said that's because we're leading with our heart. And that's really true. There's a fine line between your emotions of intuitiveness and your heart emotions, and also just being very aware. And they all work together. Sharon commented that the way that she saw this is that we just need to recognize everything in our lives is reflected in our outer world, and it's also a reflection of what we have in our surroundings. So we do create our own environment. And I also want to point out, it's not about right or wrong, good or bad. It just is. It even goes back to the law of polarity, so we don't need to judge. And we'll be talking about that law later. We just need to identify and determine if what we see is what we want to have in our lives. If not, then we can move forward to change it. So consider your friends. Are they genuinely happy? Are they fun to be around? Do they light up the room? Do they inspire you? Or are they angry, short-tempered, judgmental, or flighty? The inevitable conclusion is that on a subconscious level, you believe that those are the friends you deserve. If you're unsatisfied with the type of friends you have, just as if you're unhappy with the environment in which you're living, you have the power to change it. Consider too that we attempt to hide is frequently what others see. So let's talk about an activity we can do. What is it about me that has created the situation? Why are these people in my life? What am I to learn from them? What are they to learn from me? I love to say that there's always a lesson, and sometimes I am the lesson, because I can be what some people consider difficult. Imagine. What conditions do I want to alter? What outcomes can I change by simply changing my actions or attitudes? I found for me personally that when I changed my attitude, a lot of people that were annoying were no longer annoying. They just were doing their thing. And it was almost like being able to sit back and watch a play or a movie and just enjoy the activities I saw in front of me. Do you have moments filled with unhappiness? Do you have times of chaos? Or an overwhelming feeling that life is unfulfilling? This is not about the direct actions around you, but how you're receiving them and how you feel about them. There are many core beliefs within yourself that are seated in early stages of life that may not resonate with you today. You've grown, you've changed. The law of correspondence is a wonderful way to gauge personal authenticity, a perfect self-report card. If negative thoughts are held internally, our outer world becomes tumultuous and filled with strife. Eventually, this may lead to increased physical distress, emotional pain, and it becomes a roller coaster of a ride. Some of these beliefs that are at the root of unhappiness are not even yours to begin with. A great example is political ideology. Do you agree and support the politics of your parents or your siblings? During this day and age, that's a really good question. We see a lot of that in social media. Have you developed your own opinion based upon what resonates for you? What feels proper? What raises your energy? What do you consider moral and ethical? Take a look at food. Have you heard an interview or seen an article where an obese person has stated, I eat because I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I eat? It is a direct impact on our reality. In reality, our self-talk is learned talk. We are our own best teachers. to create harmony, agreement, balance, and correspondence between the physical, mental, and spiritual realms. All that is necessary is to be consciously aware of you, self. Look within, for this is where your answers exist. Sharon said that she agreed with most of this in principle, but our outside environment does not always reflect our own personal beliefs. And this is true. There are more of them than there is of me, so sometimes we're outnumbered. It goes with something I often say. Sometimes I am the life lesson. Sometimes people attract me to learn from me, and I allow it because I like being right. I told you that's one of my favorite things. So Sharon said, okay, Deborah, I can buy that. She was very good at challenging me. I loved her for that. But I'll invite you to look at the situation and explore what you can learn from it too. And she's absolutely right. It is a two-way street. You learn regardless if you're open to learning. Otherwise, you're just shut down, and what's the point of even being here? And I said, of course, but don't forget the uncommon law, not my circus, not my monkeys. So again, you can be of the situation, but not in the situation. So here's the last activity. Take out some colored markers, crayons, or pencils, and pick out no less than 5 colors, but you can use more, but you have to have a minimum of 5, and create a picture that you feel accurately projects who you think you are and how you feel about life in a piece of art on one piece of paper. When complete, step back and look. Do you like the colors visually? Does the art make you happy? Do you feel like it's organized or chaos? What is your first and gut level reactions to this piece? Do you like the art? This is the starting ground of looking at who you are and how you see yourself. This will give you a foundation of things that you can expand on and use for your growth progress as you continue your journey. And the good news is that you still have all the box of crayons in front of you, and you can change the art and you can add to it as you choose. It is your choice. See you soon.